It was County Court at Law number 2 is now in session. Court is back in session and calls number M333458. Case is styled State of Texas versus Anthony Craig Foster Jr. Mr. Foster, again, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Foster, you have this paperwork.
Yeah, sorry, it's right here.
Okay. Previously, on that paperwork, you stated that you wanted to waive your right to attorney to represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, you talked to the prosecutor in the case, and you have declined to accept their offer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And so now, what do you want to do? Your options are you can still waive your right and represent yourself, or you can ask for the court to reset your case to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney, or you may want to request that a court-appointed attorney be appointed to represent you. And before that happens, you have to fill out an affidavit of indigence. Okay.
I would have to we said for 30 days to get an attorney.
To hire your attorney. Okay.
Attorney.
Mr. Porter, could you get us back to him so he can make that correction? Okay, so now, Mr. Foster, you want your case reset to give you an opportunity to hire your own attorney. Is that correct? All right. Now, Mr. Foster, you're going to have a seat at that first chair by the wall. And then when the court coordinator is ready for you, you're going to go up to a window, get your case reset. Once your case is reset, you'll be free to go on your blessed day. Thank you. That's that. Yeah. It was short.
Thank you.
Jefferson County Code at Law number 2 is back in session and cause numbers 23CCCR 0568. Case is style of state of Texas versus Eric Von Benjamin. Mr. Benjamin, would you please come forward? You have his waiver. Mr. Benjamin, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Benjamin, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? Mr. Benjamin, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Benjamin? I'm doing fine. Mr. Benjamin, I have before me a couple of documents. First document is titled information. This information alleges that on or about March 23rd of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you, Eric Von Benjamin, committed to Class B misdemeanor offense of terroristic threat. Yeah, that's what it says.
Class A, Judge.
Yeah.
Probably, I will orally amend if I need to, but Class A, it's just Class A on my police paperwork.
Yeah. Information.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is my fault. Serious bodily injury, though, is
Yeah.
terroristic threat is a day. Legislator, they get a hold of the penal code and they screw it all up.
2207.
A regular terrorist, there is a B. If it's family violence, it's a name. But they add serious bodily injury to it, it's a name.
No, it's a B. It's
Still a B?
yeah, section 22.07 A2, a person commits an offense if he threatens to commit an offense involving violence to any person or property with intent to place person in fear of imminent serious bodily injury. That's section A2. And it says an offense under subsection A2 is a B misdemeanor, except that it is a Class A misdemeanor if the offense is committed against a member of the person's family or household or otherwise constitute family violence, or is committed against a public servant. So it's not a public servant, it's not a family member, so it's a Class B.
All it needs on my paperwork.
Yeah, this here. Yeah, this has to be changed.
Just
What I'm gonna do
a check.
on here, what they have checked Class A, I'm gonna change that to Class B. It's a lesser it's a lower offense punishment wise. For Class A misdemeanor, range of punishment is 0 days to 365 days, which is a year in the county jail, a fine from $0 to $4,000, or you can be given both such fine and confinement. However, for Class B, it's half that. It's 0 days to 180 days, which is 6 months in the county jail, fine from $0 to $2,000, or you can be given both such fine and confinement. So it is a Class B misdemeanor. Do you understand that? Okay. And I'm going to check off this box that states that it is a Class B misdemeanor. Now, Mr. Benjamin, do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that says check nolo contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document? Also on the same page, there are another set of initials below a paragraph that is titled Discovery Admonishment. Your initials are on a line next to a statement that reads, I do not request discovery of the evidence. I waive my right to request discovery in the case and choose to enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Do you understand? And are these your initials?
Yeah.
Now, on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature? On the next document, there is, okay, that this document is titled Trial Court Certification to Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? Yeah. Now, previously the court asked if you were entering a plea of guilty or no contest, you entered a plea of no contest. Is that correct? And you entered that plea freely and voluntarily? And you're entering that plea of no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges. Is that correct? Now, I also have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. And do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Are these your initials on the line stating you want to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself? Also, have a document that's titled Waiver of Counsel for purposes of entering a guilty plea or proceeding to trial. And is this your signature on this document on the line above that's titled defendant? Now, before you signed and initialed all of the documents that I've just mentioned to you, did you read the documents? Did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Benjamin, are you a citizen of the United States? State. I have before me State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment, and State's Exhibit number 2, the probable cause affidavit, which is in the court's file. State, would you like office States 1 and 2?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Benjamin, I have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment. This is the document that we made the correction on to Class B misdemeanor, and you acknowledge that these were initials on page 2, and you also acknowledge that this was your signature on page 1. Also, now that's State's Exhibit number 1. State's Exhibit number 2 that I have before me is could you get them? The probable cause affidavit. The probable cause affidavit is the police report. And the state is offering both of these documents to be used as evidence in your case. Is it all right for the state to use these documents as evidence in your case?
Yes.
Okay. No objections. State's Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Benjamin, is there any evidence that you are currently mentally incompetent to stand trial? Okay. Mr. Benjamin, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Your Honor, I want to wait. I'm not sure.
I was just reading.
We have an issue with it. I want to make sure you don't have an issue with it. PC before I.
Okay.
Forward.
Okay. Now, state, do we have
We have a plea agreement, Your Honor.
okay, and what is that agreement?
In exchange for plea of guilty or no contest, states agreed to recommend 1 year deferred adjudication, community supervision, $1,000 fine and court costs, Your Honor, 60 hours community service, and no contact with the complaining witness, Richard Bowden, Your Honor, and all other standard terms and conditions deemed appropriate by probation.
What's the court cost in this case? 270. Okay, Mr. Benjamin, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During this 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,000 plus court costs of $270. You will be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a year analysis fee of $15 each month. You'll be, okay, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,000. You'll also be required to pay court costs of $270. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a year analysis fee of $15 each month. You will be required to pay a $15 reimbursement fee. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you are on probation, is $201 a month. Will you be able to pay the $201 each month? You will also be required to perform 60 hours of community service, and you cannot have any contact with the victim in this case, Richard Bowden. Mr. Benjamin, you also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Now, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Okay, Mr. Bowden, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Bowden, Mr. Benjamin. Mr. Benjamin, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure, and you can talk to an attorney about the non-disclosure. Now, this will conclude your case. You're gonna have you come up, okay. You're gonna stand in front of the clerk to my right and follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Thank you. Okay. This will conclude the calling of the court's arraignment docket, scheduled on today's date of July 11, 2023, in County Court at Law Number 2, Judge Terrence Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day.